أشهد أني بكم مؤمن وبإيابكم موقن بشرائع ديني وخواتيم عملي وغلبي لغلبكم سن وأمري ذنبكم متبع ونصرتي لكم معدة حتى يأذن الله لكم فمعكم لا مع عدوكم صلوات الله عليكم وعلى أرواحكم العالمين.
Sorry. Hey, इसको वहाँ दिया.
Where?
इधर धीरे से नीचे से जाओ.
والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بطغواها إذ انبعث أشقاها فقال لهم رسول الله ناقة الله فسقياها فكذبوه فعقروها فدمر عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
For all the mu'minat who are among us, the mu'min of those who sponsored and attended these majalis, as well as the souls of all the ulama, the shuhada, let us recite the Surah Al-Fatiha. Again, just as a reminder, there is a children's program going on downstairs at the same time as the lecture up here. So we encourage you to ensure that your children are either next to you in the prayer hall or they are benefiting from the children's program downstairs. Inshallah, I'd like to request our respected guest scholar, Sayyid Abazar, to please come and begin the lecture. Please welcome him with a salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
No, keep it there. Keep it there.
ठीक.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وشفيع ذنوبنا وحبيب نفوسنا وطبيب قلوبنا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد صلى الله عليه وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما بقية الله في الأراضين روحي وأرواح العالمين على إبقاء أقدامه الفداء. وأما بعد، قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وسيق الذين اتقوا ربهم إلى الجنة زمرا حتى إذا جاءوها وفتحت أبوابها وقال لهم خزنتها سلام عليكم طبتم فادخلوها خالدين وقالوا الحمد لله. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلى على محمد وآل محمد. First and foremost, I would like to give my condolences to the Imam of our time, Akilullah Ta'ala Rajush Sharif. And second of all, to all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, for the Arbaeen. And I know deep down in our hearts we feel that pain of this distance. We all wish that we were in Karbala and walk with other Shias and followers and the lovers of Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam towards the haram of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and visit his beautiful haram. But what we can do. And it is really painful for someone who is in love to be away from his lover or her lover. Abu Abdullah Hussein is that. He means a lot to us. That's why we are Shia, that's why we are his followers. That's why when it comes to Abu Abdullah Hussein in Ashura, no matter how religious you are, how much you practice all these fiqh, ahkam, and all these, lessons that we learn from Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. But when it comes to Ashura, every single Shia, even those who barely practice Islam, barely practice Shiism, when it comes to Ashura, they stay away from haram. If they do drink, they don't do it in the day of Ashura. If they do go to some places that they know going to those places are haram, they don't go. Stay away from those actions due to the love towards Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. In fact, so many of those brothers and sisters attend to the Majlis of Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. There is a beautiful story that I recently read in one of these books from one of the ulama. There was a Christian, businessman. He was very successful from Baghdad, from Basra. So he got a letter from his friends in Baghdad, now come to a bigger city where you can have a better business, you can make more money, there are more opportunities here. Why don't you come here and bring your stuff? So on the way, there was a group of bandits attacks him. They attack him and basically they take over all his wealth and he becomes poor and homeless. He is on foot on a desert and walking. Finally, he finds a village. And he's to seek refuge. The people of that village, they are Muslims, and apparently they are Shias as well. And after a while, he feels kind of down, businessman. I used to be a businessman, I used to be a rich guy. Now I became a burden on these guys' shoulder. I feel bad, Everything is free. They give me breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything is free. All this clothing is free, shelter is free. And he told one of these, the elders, and he said, don't worry, we take care of you. We got you. You're fine. Don't feel bad. After a while, when he witnesses that these people are feeling sad these days, he asked them what's going on. They said, because it's Muhammad, and we're planning to make a caravan and go to Karbala. And he said, can you guys take me too? He said, you're a Christian, why do you want to come? I said, I just don't want to be alone here, but I can take care of your stuff, I can serve you guys. Instead of that, give me shelter, you give me food and all that, so I can do something. So let me come. I want to serve you, right? So I make your job easier. So they said, okay, it's a good deal, so let's take him. So they take him, they reach to Karbala the night of Ashura. So back then, they didn't have all these hotels and all that, so they put their stuff right now, outside of the haram about the Imam Hussein. They tell him, okay, your job is to take care of our stuff while we're doing the ziyarah and all these, majalis. So he stays there. The group of the Shia brothers and sisters go to haram. He falls asleep and he has a dream. Probably it was a mukashafa, I don't know. In his dream, he sees 3 men, scholars. Their faces were bright, full of nur. They come out of, the haram. And one of them is the leader. The leader asks him, did you guys write the names of all the visitors? And then one of them said, yes, we didn't miss any name. And I said, but there's a name is missing. Someone is missing here. And then the other one says, no, we really wrote down every single name of all your visitors. And then he turned his face back to the person who is Christian and taking care of the stuff of the Zawar and the visitors of Imam Hussein. And he says, you missed him. Write his name as one of my visitors. This is Abu Abdullah Hussein that we're dealing with, brothers and sisters. The ayah that I mentioned in the beginning of my lecture is in page number 466, Juz 24. I forgot the number of the ayah. The third last ayah from Surah Zumar. One of the Marajir says, I was confused about this ayah for a long time. Pay attention to this, brothers and sisters. A Maraj of Taqleed says, I was confused about this ayah, the interpretation of this ayah for a long time. What is that ayah? The ayah says, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا رَبَّهُمْ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ زُمَرًا. The pious people in the day of judgment, after the judgment, now they're good to go, they have the basically permit of the entrance to paradise. They are being pushed towards Jannah by the angels. And the Marja says, it didn't make sense to me. Why? Because the 2 ayahs before of this ayah, it says, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَى جَهَنَّمَ زُمَرًا. When the people who deserve to go to the hellfire, when they get the result of the judgment, I say, you have to go to hell. And they don't want to go, so obviously it makes sense. So the angels of Allah push them towards the hellfire. That makes sense. No one wants to go to hellfire. Nobody. God save us, brothers and sisters. In our qunut, what do we say? رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. May Allah save us. May Allah have mercy upon us. Right? So, but this ayah, it never made sense to me. وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا, the pious people are being pushed towards Jannah. I mean, come on. If someone gives you, right, a pass of Jannah, wouldn't you run? I would run. I would run towards them. Yeah, we're so happy. I'm celebrating. We're screaming. Hey, everyone, come on! I'm going to Jannah.
Wow.
Right? You're not going to post anything in your social medias, guys. I'm going to Jannah. No, you don't have time. Like, you gotta go, right? You gotta go to Jannah. So happy, so excited. But these people don't want to go. Someone has to push them towards Jannah. And this match of Taqlid was like confusing. What is going on here? He said, until I found this hadith. In the day of judgment, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the permission of Jannah to these people, give the pass to these people, they say, we are here and we got this pass, we earned this pass, or we were granted this pass because of the love of Hussein. And before we go, they ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are the Ashab al-Jannah, they are the companion of Jannah. They ask Allah, oh Allah, before we enter to paradise, can we meet our Imam? Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. It's a beautiful, beautiful hadith. When Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam comes, they stare at each other. Obviously, Imam Hussein, he loves, you know how much you love Imam Hussein? Wait, let me put it this way. You know how much your mother loves you? Imam Hussein loves you more than even your mother loves you.
Subhanallah, subhanallah.
Look at this. You know why? It makes sense. Why? Because they are complete human beings. Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. They are complete human beings. When you are complete, when everything about you is complete, the understanding of the concept of love is complete. You understand the concept of love complete, but your mom doesn't understand the concept of love completely, because she's still, is not infallible. She's not a complete human being. So that's why when Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasallam loves, he loves as a complete human being. As insanul kamil, right? So they stare at each other. This meeting takes a long time. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders to the angels, push these people towards Jannah. Now it makes sense, right? And now one of the manifestation of this Arbaeen walk is this, brothers and sisters, come on. Our brothers and sisters in Haram of Abu Abdullah Hussein, in the city of Karbala, right now they are in the middle of heaven. You're in the middle of heaven. No matter where you are. Now, I live far away, all the way, I live in America. Nobody cares. The love of Hussein is the most powerful magnet. It will attract you. When you open your eyes, all of a sudden you find yourself right in the middle of the city of Najaf. Oh, I gotta walk. Oh, what happened to my shoes? Oh, I'm barefoot. You just walk. This is the love of Allah. We gotta take care of this. We gotta protect this. There were people who had the love of Abu Abdullah Hussein and lost it. When we lose the love of Abu Abdullah Hussein, na'udhu billah, inshallah, never happened to any of us. Any of us. Any of your family members and friends who are absent, who are not in this majlis. It's hell. They don't know what's going on. What is the secret of the success of the companions of Abu Abdullah bin Hussein alayhi salam? What is the key of the success of Habib, Joe, Zuhair, Hur, Aslam, all these people? This is my main topic for tonight. But before then, let me put it this way and share something about Quran, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising Prophet Ayyub in Surah Sad. Surah Sad, verse 23. Brothers and sisters, let's get back to Quran. If we want to understand Karbala, Quran. If we want to understand Imam Hussein, Quran, because he's the spoken Quran. He's the spoken Quran. Amirul Mu'mineen is the spoken Quran.
Subhanallah.
We can't understand Imam Hussein without Quran, and we cannot understand Quran without Ahlul Bayt.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
That's it. Why? In the Tarikum Fikum al-Thiqlan Kitab Allah al-Infati, the Holy Prophet promised all mankind, these two will never, ever get separated. You can't tell, oh, because I'm Shia, so I don't have really the Quran. We don't have really Quran. We have Ahlul Bayt. And our Sunni brothers and sisters, oh, we have Quran, but we don't have Ahlul. If we don't have Quran, we don't have Ahlul Bayt as well. If we don't have Ahlul Bayt, we don't have Quran. Right? They're one. When Ayah Ihdina Salat al-Mustaqim was revealed, someone, Amirul Mu'mineen asked the Holy Prophet, what is Salat al-Mustaqim? The Holy Prophet said, you and your followers, Anta wa shi'atuka ya Ali. You are the right path. You are the Salat al-Mustaqim. And your true followers are Salat al-Mustaqim. So if you don't believe in Amirul Mu'mineen as your Imam, how can you understand Ihdina Salat al-Mustaqim? What is Ihdina Salat al-Mustaqim? And this is beautiful, brothers and sisters. The meaning of Sirat means path, right? Mustaqim. So in English translation is right path, right? In Farsi, Rah-e-Rast, right path. But when you go to the root of this word, it comes from istiqama, qawama. What does it mean of qawama? Resistance. Right? You are on the right path. You have to resist it. You have to stay firmly. Right? You have to stay firmly on the right path. Because if you don't stay firmly, you are gonna lose it. Overnight. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا. Those people who said رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ, they called Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We come here for dua kumail, for example, right? Do you guys have dua kumail program? Such a beautiful dua. The problem, there is a huge mistake that we have in our centers, brothers and sisters, that we read dua kumail. That's the problem. We have to do dua kumail. Amirul Mu'mineen didn't read it. You know, dua kumail is not from Amirul Mu'mineen. Amirul Mu'mineen is narrated from Khidr al-Nabi, from Khidr alayhi salam to Kumail. In Mafatih, it's from Khidr, right? The wise man. In Bible, they call him wise man. In Quran, alim, knowledgeable. We don't have the name of Khidr, by the way, in Quran. Anyways. So, it's not, oh, he had it written, oh, Kumail, come here, I want to read it, I want to read something for you, you memorize it, write it down. No. He was literally doing it in front of Kumail. يا رب ارحم ضعف بدني ورقة جلدي ودقة عظمي يا من بدأ خلقي وذكري وتربيتي وبري وتربيتي ابتداء كرمي, all the way towards the end. We don't have to read the document. Just read it. No, we read and we do it. We really call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising who? Prophet Ayyub. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising him? He was a good prophet? No. He was a good man? No. He was a good husband? No. He was a good father? No. He was a good servant. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising Prophet Sulaiman. Ni'mal Malik? A good king? No. Ni'mal Abd. He was a he was a good servant of Allah. The first ayah, Surah Kahf. Alhamdulillah, you praise, all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one who revealed this book, Quran, ala abdi, upon his servant. He doesn't even mention the title of the Holy Prophet, Rasulihi or Nabi, his prophet or his messenger. No. Abdi. You know why? Because in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being an abd is a kingdomship. You're a king. There is one thing missing in our communities, brothers and sisters, and that is dignity. One of the problems that our youths are facing, all this peer pressure we see, they go to the high school. Oh, what's your name? My name is Muhammad. Oh, Muhammad? Oh, you're a Muslim. Maybe there's some Muslim. You're a Muslim, right? Yeah, I'm a Muslim. They look down. And our brothers have no confidence. Our kids have no confidence. So that's why they say, what's your name? So, my name is Mo. Call me Mo. Right? Okay, your name is Muhammad. Oh, it's prayer time. Let's find somewhere that nobody sees me. I want to pray there. Lack of confidence. We see this. Also our sisters as well. Not all of them, obviously. Alhamdulillah, we have honorable sisters and brothers here, but this is well lacking in our community. One of the lessons that we learn from Quran in Karbala is the best example for this is dignity. Right? Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam taught us dignity. When Hur, in the night of Ashura, when he joined Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, he put his shoes, basically, they connected them, and he was hanging on his neck, like showing his humbleness and humility to the Imam of his time, and he was looking down. And he joined the camp of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. As soon as Imam al-Hussein saw him, you know what he told him? Irfa' ra'sak ya Hur. Raise your head. Raise your head. You're in my camp. You don't look down. You're in my camp. You have me. None of the companions of Imam Hussein looked down on Hur. Oh, you just came here. This is very sad, brothers and sisters, when we hear some news that, some converts, rivers, go to some programs, some Islamic centers, and they feel left out. They feel lonely. Nobody led them to join their circles. Iraqi circles, Iranian circles, Afghani circles, Pakistani circles, Indian circles. Come on. We don't have this in Islam. Wahab, Abu Abdullah Hussein treated Wahab, the one who, a few days ago, a few weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, with different narrations. He was Christian, right? He was revered. He treated him the same way as he was treating Zuhair. Same thing. Zuhair was born, raised Muslim. Great man. Right? Same way. You are in my camp. You're equal. You have dignity. Arbaeen is that day, brothers and sisters. We have to raise our head. With pride, we call ourselves Muslims and Shias. I'm honored to have Hussein. You want me to tell you something about Imam Hussein? Let me tell you this. Imam Hussein was this, Imam Hussein was that. Subhanallah. Dignity, we teach this. Show me one example like Qasim in any belief. Find this one. We believe that Ruqayya she was even 3 years old. We call her Bab al-Hawa'ij. Right? Look at this, we have this. Dignity. The way that the Usara, the captives of Ahlul Bayt, when they entered to the city of Sham, the people of Sham were shocked. Are these people really captives? They look like it. I mean, they have all these chains on, but the way they behave is different. They're behaving like princes and people from royal families. Who are these people? Just with their body language, they created this question. That's why there was a Christian man, he came to Imam Zainul Abidin and he reverted to Islam. He accepted Islam. Right? Being abd of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What does it mean, no abd? Being slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we become the slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are the king. We become kings and queens.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
When we say La ilaha illallah, what is the meaning of La ilaha illallah? Okay, there is no God but Allah. Okay, it's a boring translation. Come on, give me something more. What is the meaning of La? There's no God but Allah. But when you go to the root of the word of Ilah, Ilah means ma'bud. The one that is being worthy of being worshipped. Allah is worthy of being worshipped. You say, Ya Allah, you are the only one that I will bow down before. All these people, like all these, superpowers, for example. They have all these money. They have all these power. They have more people than us. Oh, no. Sorry, are you Shia? Yes, I am Shia. Okay, so remember the night of Fajr? Have you heard that Imam Hussein was going to let everyone go? Huh? Okay, sorry. Okay, you know that. Of course, he will say yes. Okay, sure. Did Imam Hussein have any plan to give up? No. Okay, so no. How many people were standing again in front of Imam Hussein to fight with him? Like 30,000 people. 30,000 people. He doesn't want to surrender. What's his plan? Tell me. What's his plan? To fight. 1 versus 30,000 people. Why? Because when Imam Hussein says La ilaha illallah, he means it. He really says La ilaha illallah. We say La ilaha illallah, okay? No, I have to say it. What can I do? I have to say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Don't we have this problem in our Islamic countries? Huh? We have this. So many Shias, so many Muslims. We all say, we go to Hajj. Labbaik Allahumma. We pledge allegiance to Allah. Right after that, okay, you're takabbur, you're mustakbir, you have more power, you're the king, you're the queen, and all that. We bow down. Right? This is like, look at this paradox. Karbala is the place, and Ashura is the time that exposed this paradox. Period. Either you're with Hussein or against him. There's nothing in the middle. There is absolutely nothing in the middle. And so I'm not joining Hussein, but I'm not joining Yazid. No. If you're not with Imam Hussein, you are with Yazid. That's it. That's it. You can't curse Yazid and not be with Imam Hussein. No, this is nifaq. This is hypocrisy. And you do ruku. You break yourself. You go to gym, right? You do all these bodybuilding. You go to athlete. But when it comes to praying, you break yourself down. Right? What does that mean? Oh Allah, I bow down only before you. If we do sajda before anyone but Allah, is haram. It's a major sin. Dignity. وَلِلَّهِ الْعِزَّةُ وَلِلرَّسُولِ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And we have the sign in Surah Al-Munafiqun, the Surah of hypocrites. You're looking for dignity? This is human nature, brothers and sisters. We all are looking for dignity. You find the worst human being. All these criminals, why they rob the banks, for example? Why they all go and murder other people? Why do commit all these crimes? Because they are seeking dignity, but in the wrong addresses. Their address is wrong. The only address for dignity is Lillahi al-Izzah, Li-Rasuli, Lil-Mu'minin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His messenger, and the believers of Allah and His messenger. But, end of the ayah, وَلَكِنَّ الْمُنَافِقِينَ لَا يَفْقَهُونَ. Munafiqeen, the hypocrites, don't understand it. One of our duties, brothers and sisters, according to Quran, as Muslims, is to know the sign of the believers. But what is more important than that is to know the signs of hypocrites and hypocrisy. That's actually more important. Because, look, Yazid is a clear enemy of Imam Hussein. So clear. You say, okay, this is Yazid and he's against Imam Hussein. Very clear. But there is one enemy, his name is Umar ibn Sa'ad. Umar ibn Sa'ad says, oh, you know what, if it was not because of the governance of Ray, I would be with Hussein. Right? He had some sort of connection with Hussein alayhi salam, and at the same time, he was with Yazid, and he committed the most crime. Right? Which one is more dangerous, Umar ibn Sa'ad? He's more dangerous. Because he's using his belief against other people. These people are very dangerous. Who are munafiqeen? Look, before that, let me tell you the meaning of mu'minun, or the believers. I'm gonna need 5 more minutes. Is that okay? Because they just showed me you have 5 more minutes. Give me 5 more minutes. I will finish, inshallah, real quick. There was a gathering in the masjid. Right? The companions of Imam as-Sadiq alayhi salam were fast every day. They were saying how a good mu'min is, this person is. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam came, they told the same to Imam Hussein. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. You know, this guy is a good mu'min. He's a good believer. So faithful. Okay, yeah, Imam is the Imam, right? He's the leader and he is the guide. Okay, so why do you think this guy is a good mu'min, is a good believer? Because he prays a lot. Honestly, if we see people like that, don't we feel that these people are, or this person is a good mu'min, right? Read a lot of Quran. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, after when they finished, he said, but the things that you just mentioned are not actually the sign of a real mu'min. What? So what is the sign? He said, look how intelligent they are. How aqil, how much he uses his aqil and his intellect. He has that amount of iman. Right? If he has 30% of intellect, 30% of iman. Look at this. Now, if you are following Islam with open eyes, you have more confidence. You have izzah, you have dignity. You are going to become a proud Muslim, right? You have this pride, it's a positive one. You have this beautiful pride. I love it what you're saying. And it affects your body language, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you eat, the way you behave, the way you treat your neighbors, your classmates, your colleagues, your parents, your siblings. Everything is different. Your life will be changed. That's it. Tomorrow, inshallah, I will give you a good example from Quran. Last night, I gave you a beautiful example of the people who overnight, not even overnight, in a few minutes, let's say a few hours, they were probably in the lowest level of hell, they reached to the highest level of Jannah. Right? With what? With accepting the truth, with using this beautiful faculty that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted to us, aql, and with bravery, with courage. Right? Why? Because they were with the Imam of their time. They gained ma'rifah towards the Imam of their time, which was Prophet Musa alayhi salam. As long as we are with Ahlul Bayt, as long as we are with Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and we keep Hussein alive in our heart, we are going to be brave Muslims, proud Muslims. We have dignity. When you go outside, no matter, even you're the only Muslim in the whole town, you're going to be the best example of dignity in the whole town. You're going to be the best example of bravery and courage. You're going to be the best example of wisdom and knowledge. You're going to be the best example of manner and morality in the whole town. You're going to shine. You're going to become the ark of salvation. You're going to become the lantern of guidance, like your Mawla and your Master Muhammad Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. You will become nur. You will become light. There is no darkness around you. Believe it, brothers and sisters. Wallahi, as soon as you say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, وأشهد أن أمير المؤمنين علي ولي الله وأبناء المعصومين حجة الله. That's it. You are the light. There's no absolute darkness around you. You become light. Believe it. Do we have so many examples? Look at these reverse brothers and sisters. When they tell you these stories of how they basically came back to Islam and reverted to Islam, you look at these beautiful examples. Oh, like there was an example, said, okay, my friend gave me a Quran, a copy of Quran 10 years ago. Wallahi, 10 years ago. I just put it, in my bookshelf. And after 10 years, and I remember that guy. He gave me a book. Let me read it. That's it. That's it. Because that person was a light. Just this person's eyes were closed. As soon as he or she opened after 10 years, that's it. Saw the nur, the light. Nobody will look lost when you're around them. This is Imam Hussein and Husseini people, and Ashura'i people. And no one will damage you. No one can hurt you. Even you're being captured. Even you're being tortured. Even you're on foot all the way from Karbala to Sham. it's more than 2,000 kilometers. It's huge, all the way from Karbala to Syria. You have your dignity. These soldiers have all these weapons, they have freedom, all the power, they have best food, water, everything, but you barely get a piece of bread, you barely get water, you're on foot, you're injured, you're hurt. But here, you're the king. Oh, you're chained! They are in jail. I am free. I am free. Look at the eagle. You know how eagle flies? Look at this. The time that eagle want to take off, if you see the eagle, the best example of dignity when you look at it. So first the eagle runs, right? Obviously puts effort. And then tries to flap it, right? Big wings, smaller body. They're heavy, the wings are heavy. Do you think it's easy for the eagle? No. But when it's high enough, do you think that eagle they stop flapping and they look down. They enjoy everything. But they look down, they oversee everything. Al-mu'min is like that. Al-mu'minu kal-jabal al-rasikh. A mu'min is like a firm and strong mountain. All these winds, all these tornadoes, nothing can even shake you. Right? Ahlul Bayt are the best example for this. And we are there, at least we claim that we are their followers. At least we can try to act upon that, right? Tomorrow, inshallah, I will give you a beautiful example for a Quranic example about dignity, to see how these people became the idols, the symbols of Iman and faith. And after thousands of years, we praise them, we talk about them, we adore them, we love them, respect them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants us dignity. Look at this, Ziyarat al-Ashura, subhanallah. You seek reputation, the same reputation of Abazar Hussein. What is that? That's dignity. I want to live like Hussein. I want to live like Hussein. Some people say die like Hussein. No, Hussein never died. No, Hussein never dies. I want to live like Hussein. Leave this legacy to your kids, to your children, brothers and sisters. And spread the message of Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. Today is Arbaeen. Is the best example of this matter. We spread the message of Abu Abdullah Hussein, inshallah, to the world. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala include us amongst the companions of Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam. These days we remember Bibi Zainab sallallahu alayha more than anyone else. These days are the days of Bibi Zainab sallallahu alayha and the other members of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam who are being captured and tortured for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for the sake of the Imam of their time. As-salamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفراقك عليك مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر بعد مني لزيارتكم everyone السلام على حسين After 40 days, Zainab is talking to her brother Hussein. Dear Hussein, for 40 days, Zainab was looking at your head on this spear. Do you remember, brother, you came to my house one day and you saw me sleeping, you saw the sun shining on my face through the hole in the door. Brother, do you remember, you took your robe, your abba, you covered my face. I woke up and I said, dear Hussein, what are you doing? You said, my dear sister, don't worry, go to sleep. I saw the sun on your face. I didn't want the sun to hit your face and bother you. Dear brother Hussein, look at Zainab for 40 days in the sun. When the caravan of Ahlul Bayt came back to Karbala, as soon as the ladies saw the graves of the martyrs, they threw themselves from the camels. Everyone hugged the grave and put their face on the grave. But here is not under the control of Zainab, and it was out of her hands. She's not worried anymore. No one is bothering anyone. And she's no longer worried about whipping. No one will slap the children of Abazar and Sayyid. No one will slap the ladies of the camp of Imam Hussein. She knows that everyone can cry and mourn in peace. Everyone started mourning and crying somewhere, but a little girl going to Arbaeen. She hasn't seen her uncle Abbas for 40 days. She hasn't heard anything from her uncle Abbas for 40 days. Uncle Abbas promised her water. They saw water filled. They saw this little girl is trying to get water going towards Abazar. Abbas, get up, my dear uncle. Put your foot back. Zainab has come again. Maybe Sakina was trying to say to his uncle, dear Uncle Abbas, as long as you were here, the tents were quiet, we were safe. The enemies failed to dishonor us. But as soon as you left us, our faces turned red. You know why? My beloved Uncle Abbas, the hands of the enemies were so heavy that their slaps were painful. My dear uncle, everyone who can slap us, everyone who can curse us and insulted us. I looked at all these spears. I was looking for your head on one of these spears, but I couldn't find you, my dear Uncle Abbas. ألا لعنة الله على يعلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون. يا حسين
Ya Hussein.
Hussein.
Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein.
Ya
Hussein.
Hussein.
Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein.
Ya Hussein. देख लो सबसे या हुसैन.
Brothers, please form the rows for the matam. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein.
या हुसैन.
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 अलविदा 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 ए हुसैन अलविदा 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 ए हुसैन अलविदा अफसोस
And you see the children's tears. The heat could not be worse. I wish it would rain. As you lie there in the sand, the sight I cannot stand. Yet I know it's Allah's will. Lord, oh Hussein, why'd you come like that? Why'd you bring Zainab and all the children too? But oh Hussein, why'd you come like that? Why'd you bring Zainab and all the children too? I see Qasim, son of Hassan, as he fled. Sweeter than honey is what he said, standing in for Mujtaba. I see Akbar fighting with Haidar out there. He had the Prophet's face out there. That's why they called him the moon. But oh Hussein, why'd you come like that? Why'd you bring Zainab and all the children too? But oh Hussein, why'd you come like that? Why'd you bring Zainab and all the children too? Battlefields, no place for children to play, but so beautiful in some sort of way. Sakina gripping your hand. Loyal Abbas, strongest of men in this land. I catch myself gazing at his hand. One day he'll fly with wings. But oh Hussein, why'd you come like that? Why'd you bring Zainab and all the children too? But oh Hussein, why'd you come like that? Why'd you bring Zainab and all the children too? If not Muslim, then at least be free. This was your only plea, and you never bow to men. But they fought for gold, they fought for rain. Your enemies saw no further than today. They saw no further than this world. But oh Hussein, why'd you come like that? Why'd you bring Zainab and all the children too? But oh Hussein, why'd you come like that? Why'd you bring Zainab and all the children too? You are the house of the messenger. Surely they knew who you were when they stopped you in that land. But one day I know that Mahdi will come, and I'll see his face, and I'll see him smile. But one day I know that Mahdi will come, and I'll see his face, and I'll see him smile. Mazloom Hussein, Shaheed Hussein, Kareem Hussein. عطشان قریان یا بی عبدالله یا بی عبدالله یا بی عبدالله يا ابن الزهراء يا ابن الحيدر يا ابن طه يبكي وتنهى درد الأعداء درد سهرا ای بی کفن خونین بدن دور از وطن در مشامم میرسن هر لحظه بوی کربلا در دلم ترسم بماند آرزوی کربلا تشنه آب فراتم ای اجل مهلت بده تا بگیرم در بغل قبر شهید کربلا حسین جانم حسین جانم ذکر حسین ذکر الله حب حسین حب الله ذکر حسین ذکر الله حب حسین حب الله سلمان لمن سالمکم یا ابا عبدالله سلمان لمن سالمکم یا ابا عبدالله ذکر حسین ذکر الله حب حسین حب الله ذکر حسین ذکر الله حب حسین حب الله سلمان لمن سالمکم یا ابا عبدالله سلمان لمن سالمکم یا ابا عبدالله واتشو 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 الهی به ابوالفضل 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 الهی به رقیه الهی به رقیه الهی به رقیه الهی به رقیه الهی به سکینه الهی به سکینه الهی به سکینه الهی به سکینه یا زینب 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 یا زهرا 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 حیدر امیر المؤمنین 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 یا حجة ابن الحسن عجل على ظهورك السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آله في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك وتمتعوا فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Think of all of your Hawaj, think of all of those who are sick, those who were with us this time last year who are no longer amongst us. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. 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 يكشف الهم ويكشف الضر على محمد وآله صلوات.
اللهم صل